Too late nights dancing my place. I could get used to long drives.
Roll up to the greatest show in the world.
Lights, camera, action!
Morning.
Good morning, welcome back.
Questions
And answers.
and answers day. So, this is just us waffling
It's not we're
about
answering
questions
questions,
and
yeah.
answers. Keep them coming on the Facebook, because in the future we'll do more. So when we've added to vlog, you'll get a message just said we've added to vlog, if that helps you. So, the first question.
Go on then.
And whatever you've answered, don't be crying when we answer
Whatever
these
you've
questions,
asked
because
us.
you've asked and we'll tell you the truth. So, the first question is from Lindam 4308.
Oh, it's Linda. Linda from Scotland. Do you know? Remember
That says Lindam.
Linda M, does it say?
Oh yeah.
So, do you remember lovely Linda? We met her in the
Lay-by, wasn't it?
lay-by. She chased us.
Yeah, she
From
did.
Dunfermline or something. I don't know where it was. Somewhere around there.
Right. She's got a right list of questions here.
Oh, is she? Bring it on, Linda.
So, the question says, love it, don't be shy. Well, we're not shy. My mother's wasn't shy because she had me. Your mother wasn't shy.
Excuse me, don't be dissing my mother.
Just saying,
My
mothers
mother-
aren't shy, are they?
A very religious, loving
Right,
person.
number one of Linda M. This question is,
Yep.
would you recommend a van life?
I would.
I would. I'd say it's probably the best thing we ever did.
Well,
I do.
the best thing I ever did was my kids. I do really enjoy van life though, but it's not the best thing I ever did.
It's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we love
It's
it.
different for people. I don't think it's for youngish people living in a van. When she says van life, I don't know if she means weekend.
Now,
Well,
for
there's
me,
two sides for that, isn't there?
I was
Because
going to say, I
if you were
don't
doing
feel
van
like-
life on a weekend,
Yeah.
right, you could have a house, you could have a job, you could do all that. But we do it full time for a living, so it's different for us. Now, if we wasn't doing YouTube and we was doing van life full time, travelling around everywhere and not doing YouTube, I'd recommend it because you see a lot.
So
But you need to be that age, don't you?
it's a very unpopular opinion, what
It
I'm
is,
going to
isn't
say. But to me, van life's van life. I don't care whether you're in it one day a week, one day a year, one day every 10 years. If you've got a van, you're van life in. You don't have to be living in it full time, constant to be a van lifer. There's a lot of hate online for people who are like, well, you live in a house, you're not a van lifer if you only go away weekends. Well, if they've got a van, they're a van lifer, aren't they?
I nearly waffled
In my
then
opinion.
because of my ABC. So there might be a few switching scenes because I'm trying something different. Up in the game. What should I say? Up in the game. Right. You could go on for hours talking about van life, can't you?
Oh, what I will do is, if you are thinking genuinely of van life, hire one first. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
We know a few people who've sold up, bought vans, and then they've messaged me like, it's awful, I hate it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I've just read all these questions very quickly, and they all relate. So, number two is, do you miss a brick-built house?
No. Now, we haven't lived in a house for over 10 years.
Yeah.
A brick house, because we was on the campsite. We went from 6-berth Tourer, static, and then I was in the log cabin at the end before I came in the motorhome. So I hadn't actually lived in a house for over a decade.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could live in a proper house again.
I think a house is too big, innit? Because at the end of the day, you've got that sofa there, you've got a sofa here, and you get your different garden every day.
Yeah,
And
I like.
So you've got your sofa and a TV and a garden, right? Now, if you lived in a van, you could have a sofa, a TV, and a seasonal pitch and not move nowhere.
I enjoy having all my stuff with me all the time. I got really stressed out when we went to Benidorm
But you
because.
can in a house because you've got it all the time.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is I enjoy moving
before you
about
started
and
in-
travelling.
But before you started butting in, loudmouth, I was going to say, you've got a sofa, a TV, and a garden. In a house, you've got a sofa, a TV, and the same garden. We have a different garden. We could have a £10 billion house. Still have a sofa, a TV, and a garden, plus a swimming pool.
But what I was trying to say was, if you go travelling,
Yeah.
when you've got a house at home, you don't have everything with you.
No, you don't. You would if you had a motorhome caravan.
If I go out we need to Beverley in this. I've got everything here. If I want to pull over and have a brew, I can.
Yeah,
if I want to get changed midday, I can.
When we had the Tourer, we had everything in the Tourer. We didn't need to go home. Everything was there.
Yeah, but we bought everything for the Tourer. That's what I'm saying.
That's what these guys do.
But what if you're in a house you don't have that? That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't. I don't plan to. Never say never, because you don't know what life throws at you. But I've got no plans to at the moment.
She started speaking Scottish on third question.
Go on then.
Does space, roominess bother you? I think that comes to the sofa and the TV and the garden.
Does having no space bother us? No, I had 4 kids.
We've got loads of space, haven't we?
I had 4 kids. You've got no personal space once you've had 4 kids anyway, mate.
I think personally, this motorhome's too big for us.
No, I don't. See, this is where we disagree, because I like a fixed bed and a bathroom, and Gareth wants to go to a convert. Gareth wants to downsize yet again.
Yeah. Number 4. Bet it's easier to keep clean, than all different rooms. Which is the same thing, and it's smaller,
It is.
so less to clean.
It massively. It did take me 2 days. Normally I could have done it in 1. But when we had Mousegate the other day, I cleaned everything. Walls, doors, roof, ceiling, because you don't know what they've carried and you don't know where they've been. So I cleaned everywhere, didn't I? I was even sat on the floor. I've cleaned the cupboards. I've done everywhere.
Danger mouse.
If I wouldn't have been poorly, I'd probably done that in 1 day. It did take me 2 days, but I have cleaned everything. You couldn't have cleaned a whole house in 2 days. Cleaning walls, skirts, you couldn't have done it. It's impossible.
You don't clean top of doors.
I did. Go open bathroom door and feel it. I've cleaned it.
I bet I can find somewhere where you haven't cleaned.
I haven't cleaned the top of these 2 because
See?
I haven't cleaned the front of these.
Didn't clean because you're a
cupboards.
dirty
These
cow.
are the only cupboards I haven't cleaned, believe it or not.
You didn't clean because you're a dirty cow. Admit it. You're just a Seacroft Council dirty bird.
I wasn't born in Seacroft.
Oh, sorry. Pudsey, which is even worse.
No, I wasn't born in Pudsey. I lived in Pudsey. Rokers all the way.
So,
Every rough estate in Leeds, basically, I've lived on.
yeah, I know. So,
Sorry, Mr. Temple Newsom.
Joanne Hansley.
Joe Handley.
No, it says Joanne Hansley.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah,
Joe.
well, you do all comments. You know exactly their names. I don't. I'm just reading what's on the screen.
Yes, okay.
Do you have caravan holidays when you were both growing up? Do you prefer holiday in the UK or somewhere sunny?
Right, we'll answer the first one. I only ever had, this is going to sound really sad. So, as a child, I only had 1 holiday ever. I once went to my granddad, had a caravan on Hornsey. It was called Hornsey Pottery at the time. My granddad had a caravan on Hornsey Pottery, and I once went there, and that was the only caravan holiday I ever had. And then every 6-week holidays, I was sent to stay with my Auntie Valerie, so I could play with her.
Do I have to
Sally.
tell this story?
Gareth went on holidays all the time because
I went on holiday all the time. My parents took me everywhere.
Your parents got a motorhome, didn't they?
No. Do we have to? That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
tell the story actually. I've just remembered about this.
So
one.
I've got a story then, and my dad might confirm something a bit different, so you might have to watch the comments on it. So my dad took me on holiday everywhere in the UK. I don't think we went abroad. I can't remember that, but we always went in the UK, and I don't know how many holidays we had, but we had a hell of a lot. And he bought, I think it was a caravan or a caravanette. I think it was a caravan. I'm not sure.
He told me it was a caravanette.
It was one of them 2. I don't remember it. It was one of them 2, and basically he bought it to go away and all the time. So because I used to have bedwetting problems as a kid,
a kid?
As a kid, yeah. All right then, till I was about 15, 16. So what he did, he put me up top bunk. So what happened, I peed the bed, right, and it leaked through the mattress. And when my dad come in from the pub the night before, he threw his clothes at the side of my bed. So he soaked through my mattress and it landed on his clothes. But the problem is, he only brought one set of clothes. So he had to walk around with pissy clothes that stunk all weekend. So that was it. So that was fine. So we went away again, and the same thing happened again. I was on top bunk. I paid the bed again, but my dad this time moved his clothes and put them on the draining board. But what had happened that night, because I turned over in a different position, I'd peed, and it dribbled outside at bed and landed on draining board with his clothes again. So he had to walk around again all weekend, maybe a week. No, it'd been a weekend.
He
with
went home,
pissy, wet clothes.
He went home the
and he
second time.
stunk. So the third time,
It
didn't happen. He sold it.
He sold it after that.
And believe it or not, we never had a caravan holiday ever again as a kid.
Went in hotels, didn't you?
Yeah, what hotel? I think it were hotels. I can't remember. Can't remember holidays that we had. Anyway, that's what happened, didn't it, Dad?
Hey Pughs on Tour YouTube family! If you're loving the content, here's a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Your support means the world to us.
Do you prefer holiday in the UK or somewhere sunny?
I really like the UK, I'm not going to lie. I like the sun. I like everywhere. I loved... My favourite place I've ever been in the whole world, I think, was Venice and Italy, on that coast.
Oh, yeah.
And that was beautiful.
Oh, no. We never vlogged that, did we?
And I like Cartagena in Spain, round the bottom corner of Spain. I love France.
If anybody doesn't
I like
know
lots
that,
of places.
it's about 5 o'clock position in Spain.
I like lots and lots of places, but this last year,
On the map.
while we've not been able to get away, I think we don't appreciate England enough. I think a lot of people who live in England don't appreciate it enough.
Yeah. Are you ready again?
Right, and also, you're not thick, love. You're just not the best at reading and writing.
Yeah.
Don't mean you're thick.
I got ABC.
Not so much.
I think so, anyway. Right, Belinda.
Medina.
Do you ever argue being in a confined space?
Not really. We didn't even argue when we lived in an house.
No.
Yeah, they'll
We bicker.
tell me shut up sometimes.
But we've been together for a long time now.
I don't think we've ever really had an argument, have we?
Not really, no. Don't think so.
I can't think of one argument where we've had an argument.
Because we just tell each other to... I think that's all it is.
We're
just
very good at
move on.
communication.
Yeah.
If he's doing something that's annoying me, I tell him. If I'm doing something that's annoying him, he tells me and I ignore him.
Yeah. And she says, who asked who on the first date?
Gotta.
Who were you? You come chasing me?
Whatever. He went to my mum's and told me mum he was my boyfriend when he won. My mum rang me and I was out on my way. Helen Abbott, and she watches us. You can confirm this story, Helen. I was at a working men's club, Chapeltown Working Men's Club. It's making this story don't make me sound good. I was at Chapeltown Working Men's Club with Helen. Helen lived in Chapeltown. She was my friend at the time. She still is my friend.
What
right
was that
now.
road called back here for the Leeds people that are watching?
I don't know.
Spencer Place.
Spencer Place. Yeah, that's where she lived. So
That says it all, doesn't it?
So me and Ellen was in Chapeltown Working Men's Club, and somebody turned up at my mum's house, and my mum phoned me at Chapeltown Working Men's Club and was like, you got something to tell me? And I was like, no. What are you ringing me for, mum? Is everything okay? Because I had a younger brother who was 10 years younger than me, and he'd not long since had his appendix out. So she was like, no, she went,
You know that cup might be
I wanted
camera.
to see you. So what's wrong with that? A bit of advertising, it's me juice.
What, right in front of your face?
So I was
What's
like,
that cup as well?
That's my cup of tea.
Why have you got two?
Because one's a hot drink, one's a cold. Stop interrupting my story, Mr. ADHD. Attention span of 2 seconds.
Well, you've come off Spencer Place, that's the story.
That's what I'm trying to tell the story.
Well,
I know I didn't come off Spencer Place. So he turned up at my mum's, told me mum he was my boyfriend. So she rang me because he couldn't find me, didn't know where I was because I'd not gone to work because it was my day off. Sat in my mum's having a cup of tea with her, so don't lie.
Telling porkies.
She always preferred him to me.
Who came up with the pink and the blue jobs?
I don't know where that came from. We've done it for years, haven't we?
Done it for years.
Years and years and years, 20 years. Is it a Leeds
Yeah.
thing? I think it's a Leeds thing.
I don't
We did it
know.
long before we moved to Hull, so I think it's a Leeds thing.
Maybe. They're all pink. I have watched your old vlogs and you've told us a bit of your past history, but you I have not missed a single vlog, so I can always comment. Would you ever retire abroad? If so, where?
No, I won't.
No. Don't think we'll retire abroad. We like England so much. I'd like to retire
You'd
abroad.
have liked to abroad. You'd like to have done. You've always said that.
I'd like to... I don't know, I like travelling. But if I had to retire and live abroad, it'd have to be somewhere nice, like Africa.
I couldn't imagine us ever retiring in one place either.
And I mean South Africa, where all animals are.
She just wants to get killed by a tiger.
Because it's nice and warmish. It don't get too warm and it don't get too cold.
Don't get too warm.
Yeah, I like Australia.
No, spiders, snakes. You see, do you know what it is? I always think I can't go to Australia, genuinely. Because do you know what my biggest fear is? Do you know when you go to a toilet?
24-hour flight.
No, it's not. That's not my biggest fear. In it. Do you know when you go to a
It is
toilet?
mine.
You know when you go to a toilet? I'm not going to a country where I have to go and sit on a toilet and worry that there might be a snake under the lip that could bite me fanny. I'm not going to any country where that could happen. That's not happening ever.
It could happen in any country, that.
Yeah, the snakes don't bite you in England. They're just grass snakes. They just go about
Still
the
can
business.
bite you.
They don't go in the toilet. I've seen them in Australia where they hide under the rim of the toilet.
You just watch too much TV.
No, I'm not.
Did
going
you
to
know,
Australia.
everybody, when you're sleeping on a night, you always eat a spider, or a spider crawls over your face while you're asleep. It's a known fact.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of spiders like this. I'm scared of spiders that are like this.
Well, you'd be asleep.
And it's not the spiders I'm not worried about, it's the snakes.
You can see a big one. Can't see a small spider.
No. Oh, I've got all of my games. Found an olive again.
What job did Gareth do after culinary college
Butcher.
and before his taxes?
Butcher.
I used to be a butcher, and then from being a butchery, I went to the slaughterhouse game, where I did. There might be some vegetarians, but I did everything from when it came in to when it left.
Yeah.
Everything. And I used to be manager of Grampian Foods as well. And there's one in every city, I think.
Yeah, he was area manager for Wales, wasn't
Area
he?
manager, yeah. In Wales. Carnarvon.
Carnarvon.
They were in Carnarvon, wasn't it?
Carnarvon.
And he used to be back up in, oh yeah, that another council estate, Beeston. And he used to come home once a week, didn't he, on weekends.
Well, he came on weekends and then on a Wednesday night.
And he used to drink with Tom Jones in pub.
You did say that. I've got a photo of you somewhere with Tom Jones.
Somewhere, yeah.
Could have brought him home.
He used to drink all the time with him. Right.
I mean, I like an older man, but Tom Jones is fine ass older man. I still would now, I'm not going to lie.
What job did Trisha do before the taxes?
Well, I started working in the tax firm when I was 14, so I had a paper round before that. I was supposed to deliver the newspapers on the Roker estate, and I just used to burn them in my backyard. So, if you lived on the Roker estate in the early 90s and you never got your free newspaper, I do apologise.
Well, there you go.
I've
She
just
used
kept
to
me
nick
£37 a
newspaper.
month and burn your papers.
Next question. She's on about that she lives in Corfu and stuff like that.
Oh, no, I didn't know that's where you lived, Bedina.
Oh, shall I read it out what she says? She says, have you been to Corfu? We lived in somewhere for 24 years. Basically, you catch a boat from Italy to there.
So is it down near Italy then, Corfu?
This place is unexplored and it's cheap.
I've never been. Can you get to Corfu in a motorhome?
Don't state if she lives there or not, but yes, you can get to Corfu in a motorhome. You drive to Italy and you catch a boat ferry over.
Oh.
You can go anywhere, you know.
I don't think we've ever been to Corfu, have we?
Did you know you could go to America in your own motorhome without even catching a boat?
I know you have to ship it over.
Nope, without even shipping it. And everybody's going to say, how do you do that? So what you do, you get on the ferry, Dover to Calais, and then you drive over to Finland, is it? You catch a ferry over to Finland, Sweden.
Yeah.
No, you don't actually. You go Dover to Calais and you follow the coast road as far as you can to the right hand side, and I can't remember what that country's called. You wait till it's icy season and then you drive over the water in frozen temperatures. Have you ever seen the...
It's not Ice Road Truckers, love.
Just going to say, have you ever seen the programme Ice Truckers?
Ice Road
Truckers.
No.
That's exactly the same route.
Doing that.
So if an Arctic can go over that in the sea, and motorhome's going to go
No.
over.
No.
that's how you do it. And then you come into Canada and, well, America's down the road, isn't
Next
it?
questions. We'll read the next question.
Hey Pughs on Tour YouTube family, if you're loving the content, here's a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. Your support means the world to us.
The next question is Jewel Leaf.
Hi, Jewel Leaf.
Question for Trisha. To lose 12 stone in weight is amazing. Can I ask how you managed to do that? As I don't do diets very well, I ended up gaining weight. So any tips would be fab.
Right, 10 stone I've lost.
First question.
Just over 10 stone I've lost. And I did it by
Taking your shoes off.
Slimming World. That's how I did it. I'm not going to lie. I did it at Slimming World because Slimming World to me is not like a diet. It teaches you a different way of eating. But I have been, before they put me on this, what's it called? Monjaro.
Min's gyro.
Min's Gyro. Before they put me on Min's Gyro, I got down to between 20 and 21 stone, and I've been at that for about 4 years now. And I just can't get any lower but I did weigh 31 stone 4 pound at one point. At my heaviest.
You're singing a lot today.
Is your brain not working today, love?
Yeah. And next question from the same person, Jewel Leaf. Gareth, can I ask about your neck tattoo? Have you had it long? And I am nosy. I have tried to work it out and it says something in private I can't understand very much.
It don't say anything.
Don't say anything, my tattoo.
Show them.
My tattoo goes from top of my ear all the way down to my arm, and it doesn't say anything.
It's just tribal.
And it's just tribal. And I got the idea when where were we? We was in.
I'm going to see if he remembers where we was and how long he's had it.
We were in Tunisia, I think.
Ding ding, got that right.
We were in Tunisia, and I saw this bloke with his tattoo right down here. And then at the time, Trisha liked George Clooney. That's right, it was George Clooney. But George Clooney had some kind of tribal ear. And they went, that looks really nice. It was out of a film.
George Clooney. Gareth really liked the tattoo from Dusk Till Dawn that George Clooney had. I didn't like George Clooney.
Oh, well, I nearly got it right. So it was George Clooney, Dusk Till Dawn, and he's got that tattoo right down his neck. I went, I really like that. So what we did when we was in Tunisia, I didn't want to get the proper tattoo, did I? So what I did, I got henna, didn't I? And he did the henna tattoo. It was a bit different than this, but he did the tattoo because I said I want the exactly the same. So he drew it, and when he did it in henna, it didn't really look right. But I liked it.
So he had it done originally.
So when I come back to England, I got it done.
So because you're talking about the henna tattoo that you had in Tunisia, right? He obviously had to wait while the henna had gone. Now, when we went to Tunisia, why did we go to Tunisia?
For a holiday.
For what reason though? What was it?
To get drunk.
It was our honeymoon.
Oh, what it?
And we ended up with a henna tattoo because when you go on your honeymoon...
What is honeymoon?
You see what we call my spider tattoo, right? On my henna on my finger. So when we got there, because we was on our honeymoon, they did a henna...
Why are you flicking people's finger?
They did my henna there and it went down my hand and round. So when Gareth had his thing, it lasted for ages on me, did the henna, and I don't know why. So when Gareth had that, I had the marriage symbol for Tunisia tattooed on my finger.
Yeah, still like my tattoo. So the next question is Joanna Taylor.
Hi Joanna Taylor.
I admire how Gareth looks after the motorhome so well. Do you have any tips on how getting my partner to do the blue jobs? He never looks after our car garden and I'm so nervous about getting a camper van. Also, do you ever worry that someone might take off with your motorhome? We'll answer that
first
in a
question.
minute. But first one.
Joe's husband. What you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Get up off your backside and get the jobs done that your lass needs doing.
Yeah.
She won't tell you, I will. Pull your finger out, sort yourself out, mate.
Yeah. And it doesn't tell his name here, but if you
Tut.
And if you aren't doing no blue jobs, mate, you're a prick.
Get your blue jobs done.
Get them done. Can't let wife do everything. You know what I mean? And her wives are for, that's what he says in my marriage vows, cooking, cleaning and something else. That's all women are good for. The comments are going to blow up now, aren't they?
So
that's why we have pink and blue jobs. So it equals it out, I think.
yes, and I tend to do more of the cooking now because Gareth does all the editing, he does all the driving. When we lived in a house, I never cooked hardly, it was all Gareth.
I enjoy cooking.
Because he loves cooking, he's good at it, and I used to look after the kids all day, so he'd often come home and cook. And so I do tend to pick it up more now because he does a lot. So
I like cooking.
and also I'm never worried about somebody taking the van because I'm not going to go into it online because we never will, but we have we have a lot of security on the van that we're not going into.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Talking about the security before we have a break and turn these cameras off and resync them and that. You're just talking about motorhome security. Yes, we have lots of motorhome security. We do have. We have a clutch lock. Everybody has a clutch lock, which goes on your pedals. We do have a steering lock that goes on the steering.
Don't mention no else.
We do have 2 trackers.
Oh yeah.
And we do have additional security. But at the end of the day, if you saw the Benidorm, what was in the vlog in Benidorm, all they did is come underneath, grab it, and gone. They're gone in 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, they took the car.
So it don't matter what you've got. But at the end of the day,
we'll never post.
Everybody, if you wanted this motorhome, you could have the motorhome. Because at the end of the day, if they want it, they're going to take it. Plus, it's insured at the end of the day. So the more security we've got and the more security we've told the insurance company, the better the claim is at the end of the day. But it's only like your car, isn't it?
It is, but we never post every bit of security we have on the van.
No.
I mean, I'm not even happy about some of the stuff he said there. But me personally, because we post everything online and everybody can read it, that's why I don't like everybody to know what we've got.
Yeah.
No, before you all come at me in the comments like you did before, clearly we don't just have a strap on that door.
No, that was
meant as a joke.
That was a piss take out. But we do have some more security coming, which that will be in a vlog. I want that Van Guardian. But the problem is, has anybody got a different security device for the outside? Because I contacted Van Guardian. I've emailed them 4 times now. I know you can have one on the door, one on that door.
You've got questions,
one
haven't
on that top of that door, which covers that side of the motorhome. But do I need one on the other side? Because there's no door, there's just 3 plastic windows. Do I need that? So I emailed them the question and they didn't even answered me. So...
And just as a warning to everybody, good luck coming in the van while I'm in it, because mate, you're getting knacked.
You would, if you've seen the size of her.
I would knock you out.
So that is all the questions answered on the comment on the community post area. I'll do what Trish says. See you in a bit.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you are one of them, bye.
Used to late nights dancing my place. Could get used to long drives.
Roll up to the greatest show in the world.